You are listening to Practical and Woo by Mindset and Manifest. My name is Eden, and I invite you to embark on a journey with me to explore the practical and spiritual edges of the unknown for the purpose of allowing you to embody and empower yourself uniquely as you are, and to intentionally create and live a life of freedom and fulfillment. Each week, I'm going to discuss topics such as energetics, reality creation, manifestation, astrology, tarot, human design, and more to help empower you to live beyond perceived limitations and to practically design your life so it feels like absolute magic every step of the way. Let's dive in. Well, hello to you, darling soul. I'm feeling curious. Do you ever look out at the world and see someone who appears to be living the life of your dreams? Either they look the way you want to look, have what you want to have, whether it's your dream job, ability to travel freely, a new car, whatever it may be, and you feel that ping in your chest. Perhaps a thought enters your mind. Why can't I have that? We have been speaking a lot on this podcast about the power of energetics and the mechanism of creating your own reality. So, what happens when you are seeing those things you want to manifest in your physical reality, but they are in the possession or experience of other people? I hear you. And I'd like you to know that you are not alone. I'd also like to offer you a mind seed to perceive this situation in another way. If you have been following along this podcast journey with me or are familiar with reality creation and energetics, then you are likely beginning to recognize the power that you hold. These non coincidental coincidences or synchronicities that appear in your life after you have a feeling thought. It's honestly pretty magical when you actively notice this in your life. Let me give you an example of what I mean by this from my own life. When I first immersed myself in the world of reality creation, I was so eager to tell all of my loved ones about what I was learning and discovering. And in truth, I'm still really eager to tell everybody about these concepts. I would excitedly open these conversations at the dinner table, talk about all of the things that I had thought about that had appeared in my physical reality. And one day, my mom expressed interest in the phenomenon. I mean, who wouldn't? It's literally like learning you have access to a magical genie who can grant you whatever you want. But instead of a genie, it's your unique relationship with the forces of the universe that is magnetizing to you from your unique energetic concoction. So, armed with the concept in hand, which can be explored in episode 2, Reality Creation 101, my mom and dad went on a trip to Africa. And my mom had the intention to see a leopard in a tree. Apparently, leopards are notoriously hard to spot on the best of days. And my mom really wanted to see not only a leopard, but one that was in a tree. I can tell you that her leopard, who was perched magnificently, I might add, in its tree, was spotted. And my parents captured a memory book of this adventure with the photograph of the perched leopard rightfully assuming its spot. No pun intended. My mom comes home from the trip, excited with her manifestation, and she asks me one day on a way into a store, Eden, how would I manifest a leopard in a tree in Toronto? It wouldn't be possible to do here. I said to her, well, that is being governed by your belief. However, the leopard in the tree could still present itself in numerous ways. It could appear at the zoo if you went to the zoo, or even on magazine covers, billboards, maybe someone's tattoo. She responded that it would be hard to believe if she saw it in the store because leopard print was in fashion season at the time. I responded, well, Why don't we think of something else? What about a banana? Lo and behold, about an hour or so later, a shop attendant comes up to us with the biggest possible banana ever on his sweatshirt. I look at him, my eyes were really wide, by the way. Look at my mom, and I say to her, "Are bananas also in fashion season?" I asked the attendant if I could take a photo because it was pretty unbelievable. And I'm going to try to put this photo in the show notes for you to see too. So the question is, do your feeling thoughts appear in your physical reality? Yes. And I'm inviting you to try this, even if it's for the sole reason that it's incredibly fun. Have a thought, add some juicy energy to it with your emotions, ones like certainty mixed with joy, authentic gratitude, and love, which we spent last week's episode beginning to unpack. And let the feeling thought float away into the hands of the cosmic attendant for it to be brought back to you in physical form. You might be wondering what any of this has to do with thinking something and then seeing someone else have it. Well, what if, just what if seeing the thing you're wanting in physical reality is the first step to having it for yourself? What if, instead of feeling envy or jealousy in the face of this experience, you choose to use it as what I like to call the catalog of possibility? The catalog of possibility is synonymous to one of those leaflet catalogs you sometimes get in the mail with a list of all the possible things you can purchase at any given store. It has coupons, announcements, wish lists. In energetic terms, the catalog of possibilities is an invitation for you to look around, see what tickles your fancy, and then choose to create it for yourself. It also acts in and of itself as confirmation that what you have been asking for is coming to you. In Neville Goddard's philosophy, there is a concept called birds before land. The analogy is based in the days when technological communication was scarce and sailors were sailing the seas in search of new land. There would be miles of water without land in sight, and it took faith, guts, and conviction to continue the journey. All of a sudden, the sailors would see birds in flight. Where there are birds, there is either somewhere for them to land or they are on their way to land. While land could not yet be seen, the birds they saw were a clear sign that land was near or on the way. The desired outcome was coming to fruition, and faith turned into certainty. When you see someone have what you want, especially when you have been intentionally creating it, you can trust that the universe is giving you a sign that what you're asking for is on its way. If you choose to stay in the energy of appreciation and play, instead of falling into your usual habit of feeling deflated, jealous, or envious in response, then your treasured manifestation will appear. In other words, if you trust in yourself and your ability to create your own reality, and you trust the universe, then you can find relief at the wondrous signs of confirmation that you're getting a sign along the way of having what you want. Keep going. You've got this. Keep on believing to see. Until next time.